as examiners. We are truly grateful to them. As you may be aware, this year saw us step up the fight against examination cartels that had until 2015 permeated the process of administering examinations through facilitating all manner of cheating, including full-blown leaking of papers. I wish to announce that this spirited battle against the cartels hit a crescendo this year when the ministry, together with the Interior and National Coordination of Government Ministry, arrested 6 masterminds of examination cheating who had been on the run for more than 6 years. 4 have already been charged in various Kenyan courts and are awaiting justice to be meted against them. With the 6 now in custody, we are clearly on the way to eliminating these immoral and illegal practices that are intended to destroy the moral fabric of our society. Overall, ladies and gentlemen, the 2018 KCSE examinations were free of any leakage. There was not a single question or examination paper that was leaked to anyone before the scheduled start of the individual examinations. However, as you all know, in the course of the exams, we witnessed a number of centers where some examination officials engaged in attempted early exposure of examinations, as I will outline shortly. During the 2018 Jamhuri Day celebrations on December 12th, His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta directed us to work with relevant government agencies to ensure that all candidates who sat the KCPE 2018 exams joined secondary schools early next year under the 100% transition policy. Since then, I've issued directives to our field officers to ensure they map out their regions and work with teachers, with chiefs, with parents, with guardians, and other relevant officials to ensure that no child fails to report to Form 1 in January 2019. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for the second year, the ministry will continue supplying students with all core books. Candidates whose results will be released today have every reason to be more hopeful than previous cohorts. I wish to announce that the government has enhanced financing to over 150,000 TVET trainees at an estimated cost of 10.5 billion Kenya shillings. Currently, HELB is funding students in 74 TVET institutions and is expected to progressively increase funding to TVET trainees in all the 203 TVET institutions across our beloved country. I encourage more KCSE graduates to apply for admission in approved Ministry of Education TVET institutions. Coupled with our push for universities to enhance enrollment into STEM subjects as part of the efforts to build capacity to deliver the Big Four agenda, the TVET courses will produce the competencies we need to transform our country into a newly industrialized middle-income economy. I hope that based on the 2018 KCSE results, we can continue the recent trend of raising the proportion of students enrolling in STEM subjects in our public universities. This proportion rose to 44.8% in the 2017-2018 intake, up from traditional 20% intakes in previous years. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, during the 2018 KCSE examination, there were 660,204 candidates who sat the KCSE examinations. Of all the candidates, 338,628 were male, while 321,576 were female, representing 51.29% and 48.71% of the total candidature, respectively. From this percentage composition, it can be concluded that we are consistently and continuously matching towards achieving gender parity in KCSE examination enrollment. We must keep up this positive trend. The examination, ladies and gentlemen, was taken in 10,078 examination centers across our country. A total 18 counties had more female than male candidates in the 2018 KCSE examination, compared to 17 counties last year. The 18 counties this year are Taita Taveta, Kwale, Nyandarua, Kirinyaga, Murang'a, Kiambu, Machakos, Kitui, Meru, Makueni, Tharaka Nithi, Uasin Gishu, Nandi, Laikipia, Elgeyo Marakwet, Kakamega, Vihiga, and Kisumu counties. A total of 1,499 candidates with special needs sat the 2018 KCSE examinations, compared with 1,407 in 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, the highest percentage of candidates registered in this year's examination was within the ideal age bracket of between 19 and 20 years, constituting 279,482, which is 42% of the total candidature. In the 2018 KCSE examinations, 14 subjects recorded a significant improvement in performance compared to 13 subjects in 2017. I'll repeat that. In 2018, 14 subjects recorded a significant improvement in performance compared to 13 last year. 12 subjects recorded a significant decline in performance compared with 13 in 2017. Female candidates performed better than male candidates in the following 6 subjects: English, Kiswahili, CRE, Home Science, Art and Design, and Metalwork. Yes, that made me smile as well. I think as women, we are truly getting there. Male candidates performed better than female candidates in 20 other subjects. Well, I think in support of the chairman of NEC, we probably should also clap for the boys. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the number of candidates attaining the highest overall mean grade, A plane, in the KCSE examination rose from 142 candidates to 315 this year. That's more than double, and we're extremely delighted with that result. Overall, the number of candidates with minimum university entry qualifications of mean grade C+ and above is 90,377, which is 13.77%, compared with last year's 11.38%, which was 70,073. I'll repeat that number because I think it's important. The number of candidates with minimum university entry qualifications of mean grade C+ and above is 90,377, which is almost 20,000 more than the number that we had last year, which was 70,073. Ladies and gentlemen, this year we have gone a step further to conduct an analysis of how individual candidates have performed in the KCSE relative to their performance in the KCPE 4 years ago. Our aim is to show the value add to candidates by schools depending on how much they actually improved. Based on that analysis, the candidates who improved the most, is Josephat Mwangi Kamau of Mioro Secondary School, a sub-county secondary school in Mathioya sub-county of Murang'a County, which I have to say is home to one of our most distinguished leaders seated here today, the CEO of the Teacher Service Commission. Ladies and gentlemen, although this young man, Josephat, scored only 278 marks in KCPE, he has scored a mean grade of A- with a performance index of 79.4. I will read out the names of 5 others. I will not read out more than 5 of those that were really most improved. So the first one, as I said, was Kamau Josephat Mwangi, who had 278 at KCPE and has a mean of A- at KCSE. There's Kulo Richard, who had 257 marks at KCPE and has scored a mean grade of B+. You have Maingi George Mburu, who had 279 at KCPE and also has a mean grade of B+. There's Wamboi James Kamau, who scored 186 at KCPE, 186, and has a mean of B-. There's Cheriot Gideon, who had 209 at KCPE and scored a B mean grade in KCSE, which basically means that they're all going to university. This is clear evidence, ladies and gentlemen, that candidates who may perform poorly in KCPE can perform excellently in KCSE despite the low marks that they achieved 4 years previously. It provides clear evidence. Thank you very much. It provides clear evidence that the government's 100% transition policy is brilliant and that it will give a second chance to candidates who may have lost out in the KCPE but will be able to realize their full potential after having been given that opportunity to actually move to Form 1. Ladies and gentlemen, overall, the top candidate in the 2018 KCSE examination is Otieno Irene Juliet. Otieno Irene Juliet is from Pangani Girls. She had a performance index of 87.644, which is an A. I really want to congratulate her very, very much. I think it's wonderful to have a female as the top candidate in the 2018 KCSE examination. I wish to commend Pangani Girls for producing this top candidate and doing it successfully for 2 years in a row. I'm going to read out the names of the 20 candidates, the 20 top candidates nationally. So you already know who the first one is. The second one is Kaluna James from Maseno School. The third is Edwin Otieno Ouko from Light Academy. The fourth is Kamweru Mwangi Duncan Ian, Moi High School, Kabarak. The fifth is Humphrey Rasugu, Maseno School, followed by Mel Christine, Alliance High School. Njenga Brian Ndungu from Mangu High School. Osogo Munyenye Wesley, Alliance. Nyakea Mora Shalin, Moi Girls School, Nairobi. Onyando Roy Alan Ochieng from Maranda High School. Madenge Stephanie Kirigo from Moi High School, Kabarak. Njoroge Anthony Maina, Mango High School. Whitney Nicanor Mambui from Kapsabet Boys. Ayodi Alfred Mugei from Moi High School, Kabarak. Langat Angela Cherotich from Precious Blood Ruta. Dushime Ansia Tuamungu from Nakuru High School. Masoto Madeline Auma from Moi High School, Kabarak. Nyabuto Stephen Obure from Alliance High School. Ochieng Joshua from Maseno School. Gitao Mark from Light Academy. This improved performance can be attributed to a number of factors. First, the Ministry of Education mounted robust countrywide educational quality dialogues in all the 47 counties. The dialogues, which I personally supervised, gave an opportunity for the TSC, for NEC and KICD, among other key policy agencies, to sensitize education stakeholders on areas that needed urgent attention in delivering quality education. In this, we were well coordinated, we were deliberate, and we delivered as one. I want to thank all those that were involved, including the CEOs that are seated at the high table, for being extremely generous with their time and attending these quality county dialogues. Second, NEC, for the first time, printed and distributed the annual KCSE examination reports and dispatched them in very early in the year, as opposed to previous years when these were dispatched in the third term. The import of this was that candidates and teachers were able to diagnose the difficult areas in their curriculum much earlier than previously done. Third, the ministry carried out a countrywide pre-examination monitoring exercise that started in the second term. During this exercise, candidates were sensitized on the need to work hard and cover the syllabus on time, as the ministry was keen to ensure that there were no examinations that were leaked. From the KCSE results, it's clear that the majority of our candidates heeded the advice given, prepared for the examinations adequately, leading to the improvement that we have seen today. Lastly, during the release of the 2017 KCSE examination results, we pointed out that many candidates failed in most papers because they had inadequate depth and could not apply the syllabus critically while answering questions. Specifically, most candidates' answers to questions requiring elaborate responses were inadequately tackled last year. However, based on this year's results, these gaps appear to have been addressed. We all took our lessons learned seriously. We implemented various recommendations on examinations management. As I indicated on November the 28th, 2018, in my KCSE closing statement at the end of the exams, as a result of the combined efforts of the multi-agency team and stringent measures issued to guide the administration of the 2018 examination, there was no leakage at all. However, we reported cases of early exposure, we reported cases of impersonation, we reported cases of possession of unauthorized and illegal materials in some examination centers, and we reported cases of collusion. Most of these cases were detected and dealt with on the spot, thereby preserving the integrity of the examination process. Arising from these offenses, NEC has cancelled results for 100 candidates. We have also withheld results of some centers, of some examination centers. These centers will be notified of this decision as soon as the results are released. In the meantime, NEC will finalize investigations into suspected malpractices and will release a report on the same on or before the end of January, 31st of January 2019, before the end, on or before the end of January 31st, 2019. I wish to assure the nation, affected candidates, and parents that due diligence will be undertaken to ensure that no candidate is unfairly penalized, is unfairly treated. During the examination process, ladies and gentlemen, 191 people, including candidates, were arrested and they were arraigned in court for various examination offenses. Some 56 cases are still pending in court. I wish to inform all candidates and their parents or guardians that the KCSE examination results will be collected by the respective schools from the Sub-County Director of Education offices. Candidates should then collect their results from their respective examination centers. Individual candidate results can also be accessed by sending a candidate's index number through a short message service, SMS, to 20076. 20076 immediately after this event. Principals can download and print the online result slips for candidates in their schools and authenticate them before they are released to parents, guardians, or candidates. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long afternoon. It's been a wonderful afternoon where we now know the results